focus this correctly. Okay, so hopefully the background doesn't look too weird. Again, there's like a TV box in the background, but get into this wig, you guys. So you guys saw my last video that I did with Ava Hair Wigs. They basically sent me a short curly bob, but they sent me an 18-inch curly bob, and this is also a 360 lace frontal wig. So I personally love these just because I just have a lot of space to really play around with, and it just looks really natural. And I can also like put my hair up, put it up halfway, and I have to say that the hair quality, you guys, is really good. Obviously so far I've only tried their curly hair, but I personally love it. I think it looks really, really natural. Like if you get close to my scalp, it just looks really, really seamless. I personally love it so much. I already did the baby hairs and stuff like that, and I've already bleached the knots to this wig. But I'm gonna basically kind of customize the wig for you guys on camera, spruce it up a little bit, and also like bleach the knots and everything. I'm not gonna show the whole bleaching of the knots process, but I did show you kind of me applying it, or I guess after the application and everything. So I basically got to this color. I think it looks pretty good. I think it matches pretty well. The hair looks really, really natural. I can put it behind my ears, which is kind of how like I usually like to wear it. But yeah, before I go further in talking about this wig, let's go ahead and move to the clips where I customize it, and then we'll get back into the details. Okay, so here's the wig straight out of the box. I'm just going in and I'm cutting the lace first. I'm actually going to try to bleach the knots right after doing this, but I would recommend if you're going to bleach the knots to do it before you cut the lace, just because it's easier and it won't get all over the frontal of the hair. That's how I messed up on this process, but just learn from my mistake. I got the bleaching powder from Sally's Beauty Supply for about $3. This is the aftermath of me putting it onto the lace. I just mixed it with 40 volume developer and I was good to go. I just got the smaller sizes because I'm not really doing too much for the lace or the frontal. You guys can see that I parted the wig, and you can clearly see how it looks like a real scalp just because I got it to look more realistic. And now I'm going to be going in and plucking the frontal of the hair. It's a lot easier to wet the hair before you start, just so that you can see all the individual hairs so you can cut them. I already started cutting the baby hairs and they kind of look a little bit crazy right now, but just wait until the end because it will look good as a result. I'm just using a razor blade to also shape the hair on the front. Basically, to make the baby hairs, you just kind of make a little parting space around the perimeter of the frontal, and then from there, I just start plucking. If you have any tweezers laying around, that's what you would use to go ahead and start plucking the hair. I don't recommend pulling at it just because it can tear the lace, so just be careful as you're going through it. Even with the tweezers, it can be a little bit dangerous, so you don't want to ruin your new wig. After doing a bit of plucking, I just went in with some more water over the hair, and then I'm going to just go in with a brush and make sure that I get all of the tangled hairs out and all of the hair that I pretty much plucked. You'll see it just comes out really easily. I like to part most of my wigs in the center. That's just my preference. Sometimes I do it on the side, but with curly wigs, I just have a thing for putting it in the middle part. And then I'm just going to go in with my hair products. The spray bottle that I'm using right now for this wig basically just has leave-in conditioner mixed with water. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Wetline Extreme Hair Gel. I really want that wet hair look, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit at the top and also just move down to the ends. And that's pretty much it. The products that I used for this were from Jane Carter Solution. I used their Curl Cocktail as well as their Curl Drench. I just mixed the two together and I got this really nice wet moisturized look. Okay, so into the details of this hair. Also, with my makeup and stuff, if you guys want to see like a separate video on that, I feel like I've done this look so many times in my videos. Maybe I should try like new makeup for my eyes or something, or for my lips. I don't really know, but this is kind of just like a signature look that I like to do personally. But yeah, so the details of this hair, again, this is from Ava Hair Wigs. This is 150% for the density, and it is 18 inches. I'm gonna stand up for you guys a little bit to show you, or I'm gonna go back here. This is where it hits me, like right here. I already have all the hair to the front. This is how the hair looks to the side. I think it looks really good at this length. I personally don't usually like my curly wigs to be too long, so yeah. But I think that this just looks perfect. I am loving this curly hair. I might want to get into more curly wigs in the future because I don't really wear them enough, honestly. I usually wear straight wigs, but I feel like it's time to really experiment with more of them. I'm definitely going to be keeping this one just because it's really natural on me. This looks like it's in a 1B, but it's definitely in a natural hair color, so you are able to bleach it. Again, when I bleach the knots, I accidentally bleached some of the hair, so I have to go in and like color it with like a dark color over it. So that's like a tip if you ever mess up while bleaching your knots, because usually I don't mess up on it. Honestly, I usually get it right the first time. In this case, I just went ahead and I messed up on that, and the bleach kind of seeped through a little bit. So when you fix it, I carefully go in with my fingers and I just kind of spread the dark hair color on the parts where I accidentally over bleached the hair. Then it turns to that natural hair color. Only thing is that when you're trying to bleach everything, you'll probably have to bleach the parts where you put the hair dye on a little bit more, a little bit longer. If you're wanting to spruce up this hair, I would definitely suggest kind of wetting it in the morning with like a spray bottle and just kind of putting like whatever hair solution that you have just to make sure that it's moisturized, because these are, again, curls. You want to make sure that you take care of it and it's not like super dry and like, you know, where it tangles really easily, falls out. I don't have issues with tangling with this hair. It just works really nice, really good and defined. And I think I also like it because it's not super thick like at the top. Like, I like how laid it is at the top, me personally. Sometimes I like wearing middle parts with my curly wigs, and if it's like way too much, I have no choice but to kind of leave it to the side. But I like it to be in this hairstyle. So yeah, this is also a free part, so obviously the wig is made with a frontal, so you can go ahead and part it any way you want. Yeah, and if you're like darker or lighter, there's always ways where you can, I guess, like tint the lace, which I haven't done before. So if you guys have any like tips on that, go ahead and let me know down below, because I haven't even tried that before, and I want to make sure in the future when I do get better at making wigs and like, you know, bleaching knots, I can actually tint them to like a certain, you know, skin color, skin tone. The lace on this wig already comes pre-bleached, but again, I feel like I'm darker, so it's not going to look as, I guess, seamless. I also went in and I plucked the frontal as well. It's already pre-plucked. You don't have to go in there. I'm just like really detailed and anal about it, so I have to like go in myself and do it. Also turn around for you guys to see how the hair looks from the back. This is how it looks. Very bouncy, very thick. I feel like it would look really cute still if it was like even down here. So this wig, I'm gonna talk about the cost of it. If you get 18 inches, which is what I have, and also 150% for the density and a natural hair color, it's gonna be $127.68, which is super cheap. To customize wigs, you also put your own money into it as well, so that's also a factor. But I mean, if you're buying the wig and you don't feel like doing much to it, there's ways, like there's other ways that you can customize it. You can go ahead and put like foundation in the lace if you want to. You don't have to actually invest too much in it, especially since the holidays are coming up. I feel like that'd be a really good Christmas present. I don't know if people actually give wigs as Christmas presents. That would be really nice, so I feel like people would really appreciate that. Human hair, 360 lace, 150% density wig. Like, that's so cheap. I'm gonna zoom in like I did in the other video, a close-up of what I did here. Skin's not looking too bad. Thank goodness. Yeah, so I added in more baby hairs and stuff. This is how it's looking. I always do a leave out here, especially when I'm wearing like curly hair wigs. I just gel down my edges like so. I don't use the Got To Be Glued. I just use a regular hair gel, honestly. I still put a little bit of foundation on my part, which I always do, even if I bleach the knots, just to make it look even more natural when it's on my head. And look at how defined these curls are. Also, look at the ends. I like how the ends curl up specifically because like they're not straight or anything. It just curls up very, very nicely. Oh, I think this hair looks really dope. Like, yeah, okay, so the hair is Brazilian Remy hair. Don't know what that really means, but I think the last one was also Brazilian if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this did come with an elastic band, so I was really, really happy to have that, honestly. And yeah, I feel like that's it for the review. I hope that you guys like this video. I personally love this hair so freaking much. I think it looks so freaking cute. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Make sure to go ahead and click the link down below to this wig, and thank you to Ava Hair Wigs for sending me this awesome unit. I love it. I'm gonna be working with them again in the future for sure. We're already planning a new video really, really soon, so stay tuned for that. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.